No rules. And they love that, no rules. Some people call that Outback Steakhouse theology. No rules, just right, right? That's their slogan down at Outback, man, no rules, just right. That's, if you think about that, that's really stupid. Let's get to the details of that. If I walk into Outback and I go in and instead of waiting in line for 30 minutes for a table, I just walk in, go up to the table, the guy's sitting down with his family, and I smack his steak in the floor and I sit down. Hey, no rules, just right? No rules. I can do that. I'm sitting down, I'm eating my dinner. Man, that bloomin' onion is good, and they're giving me a ticket in my tab. Here you go. And I'm like, I don't want to pay for this food today. No rules, right? It's crazy. We would never do that. So that's the mindset that Paul's trying to say, is that it doesn't mean that you're free from following the rules. All right, he freed us so you could obey the rules, all right? So here's what I would say to you, so we can be transparent. Early on in my walk with Christ, I lived in that place. I was there. Pat talked about besetting sins last week, sins that kind of grip you, and they're that thorn in your side, and you just can't get away from those. Well, early on in my walk with Christ, man, I did that. Man, I ran to it, and I said, God's grace. If your grace is good, I'm going to make it look really good. I'm going to keep running back over and over and over again. I'm going to abuse it, right? That's what God's grace is there for, right? That's kind of like, some of you women will definitely relate to this one. Walmart, they take anything back, right? And you keep going to Walmart over and over again, always saying, I can just keep taking stuff back to Walmart. They take everything back, right? You could easily abuse that. Well, God's not like that. Yes, he has grace for us. He extends grace, but it's not meant for abuse, to go back over and over and over again, presuming on God's grace. The only thing that straightened me out was the Word of God. I had a crooked view of what that grace was. I like to create my own doctrine of God in my mind. God's grace, he covered all that. I could keep running back to that sin over and over and over again because God is grace. Well, that was my view, not the Bible's. The Bible straightened out my crooked view and says, no, I freed you from that law so you could obey it, you big dummy. Stop running back to it over and over and over again. It was ultimately God who does that in us. He convicts us. He shapes us, and his word will always do that to us, and it'll always straighten us out. So his freedom to us is so we could obey the law, not to disobey the law. All right? He gave us the freedom so we could obey it.